Okay, here's the latest project. I'm trying to basically recycle old batteries that have 0 volts in them. As you can see here, none of these have any kind of voltages in them. They're lithium ion cells. And from my understanding, lithium ion cells, if it drops below 2.5 or 2.6 volts, the batteries are totally useless. They're gone. They're garbage, basically. Well, rather than them ending up in a landfill, I got tons of these things, of these, dead batteries. So I was trying to figure out a way to do something with them rather than ending up in a landfill. So I got this bright idea to try to charge them. Well, when you on this particular charger, there's I'll explain the batteries that are in this right now. If you try to charge a battery that's below 2 volts, 2.5 I think it is, this is what you get. It errors them out every single time. It seems to be this particular charger. This is a TrustFire charger. It's a pretty good charger too. It's an Interla charger. It check the cells and everything like that and all that stuff. And see, as you can see, it errors out every single one of the 4 cells that you put in it. Any cell that's below 2.5 volts, it'll do it to it. It'll error it out just like that. I think this one is like 1.5 volts. Yeah, 1.5 volts. Okay, this charger will work down to about 1.5 volts if the battery is that. Now, how I got them to this point, I have 4 of them that I didn't have. Okay, that one's erroring out. See, it's okay. It's having an attitude with, like I said, anything below that, it just errors them out. It just has an issue with. I'm surprised it actually worked the first time with the 1.5 volts. I was very surprised. Okay, here's one. This one's at 1.3 volts. Yeah. Let's see that again. 1.4. It didn't error out yet, but it even tells you in the manual on this thing, anything that drops below 2.5 volts, it won't charge them. Okay, so now this is where this just pure lucky. I was playing around with it one day. This is one of those USB power banks. You can put 6 of these lithium ion cells, 18650s in it, and use it to, charge your phone, or in my particular case, I use it for the headlight for the bicycles. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and put, I have plenty of good cells, so, the ones that are on my bikes work beautifully. And it just takes a standard 9 volt, 1 amp charger, okay? So I figured, okay, what the heck? Let's give it a try and throw 6 of these dead cells in this thing. So, and it's pretty self-explanatory here. All your positive terminals up. You just drop them in. Okay, just like that. And then you flip them around. It shows the negatives on the other sides. So you pop 6 of them in. Total of 6. Just like that. And this here will only fit on one way. It won't fit backwards like this. This is backwards. It just won't fit. So you can't get it wrong. So what I do is, I clamp it down, then screw the little screws in. And at this point, being that this is only 1 amp charge and you have 6 cells, this is going to be approximately 1.5, 1.7 milliamps per battery on a 1 amp charger, because that's what they recommend to use on these power banks. 1 amp charger, 9 volt 1 amp charger, because this total power is 8.4 volts. So that's what I did. So what it did, when I did that, I did, let's turn the meter back on. I did that, and I went ahead and charged some of these in one of those, in that TrustFire charger. See, 3.89 volts. It brought this battery back from being 0 volts to 3.89. So I pop it in here to verify. Sure enough, there it is. 3.94 and charging. And that's exactly what I did. I think I have 18 good batteries now out of this bunch. Now it's telling me that one's at 3.73 volts. Here's another one. Let's see what this one is. 4.02 volts. And here's another one. 3.71 volts. Now, that because it's above 2.5 volts, this will charge them. But like keep in mind with these are batteries on their last legs. They're not going to be used like in an e-bike battery pack like this here. Okay, you're never going to use these batteries in something like this, because they just wouldn't be able to hold up, and they're not going to be at the proper voltages for the lithium ion cells. But they're good for little projects like 1 and 2 battery projects, because they still have a little bit of life left in them. This battery pack has a bad BCM, and that's why I have a new BCM on it. I have to install a new BCM on it. But this will actually charge them after this thing here charges them up from being completely dead. So now, like I said, I have like 18 batteries, and I have 2 of these to where I can charge 12 batteries at a time. So it's basically 2 of these. It's called TrustFire. The model number on these is EB03 TrustFire. I got them on eBay. They're about $13 a piece. So, it was just something to try out of curiosity to see if it would work, and it worked. So I started using it, and now, like I said, I have a total of 18 batteries that are good, that are up above 4 volts. So, and then they seem to be holding the voltage. So they're actually good batteries, but obviously they're not to top par of a good high-end lithium battery at 4.2, 4.3 volts and maintaining that. These ones, maintaining 4 volts, no problems. So they're very, very good for, extracurricular projects, simple little battery things that you're going to use. As you can see here, I'll just pick up one of these cells. As you see, it reads nothing. These cells are dead. There's 0 volts reading on any of them. You see? Total voltage is 0. This is one I partially charged. It's reading 2 volts now. But it's below the 2.5 volt threshold that this charger will charge. So I have to put these back in this measurement here of this TrustFire to see if I can boost them up a little bit more. But if they can't be boosted anymore, anything below, if it doesn't maintain at least 3.5 to 4 volts, it's kind of you got to kind of give up on them, because if it's not going to maintain the voltage, that means they're definitely bad. So they're not worth it. and then you do a proper recycle. Here's one I rejuvenated, and it's still holding at 3.5 volt, 3.69 volts, and it's still holding it. And that was a few days ago. So that's one good one. I got a really good battery out of it. So that's what I'm doing with these batteries, rather than ending up in a landfill somewhere. To where people strip these batteries down or whatever they do with them. But the local recycling place stopped taking lithium-ion batteries. So that's what gave me the idea of trying to reuse them in some way, shape, or form, because I don't want to throw them in normal trash, because the lithium-ion cells, they're prone to, if they're crushed, they can catch fire, especially in those big trash trucks that compress these things to where they'll actually explode, even though there's no voltage in them. They'll actually explode. So hope that helps somebody. What you can do with old lithium batteries that you think are totally worthless. Uh, I mean, just having, like I said, I just got pure lucky on this thing, actually charging them up. Uh, it was just a curiosity thing to see if it would work, and it did. So I have a total of 4 of these, 2 of them for doing this kind of stuff, and then uh, on the other 2 are on my other 2 bicycles for the headlights. But yeah, you could use 6 rechargeable ones. You could use these for headlights, bicycle headlights. If it maintains the voltage, like this one's at like 3.69 volts, that's perfectly fine. Uh, 6 of the 3.69 volts is perfectly fine for a bicycle headlight. It'll run all night long, as long as the lithium batteries can hold the charge. It's definitely going to be a good battery, but definitely not up to A plus standards of lithium cell. So I hope that's helped somebody. What they can do with their old batteries, experimenting, trying to revive them rather than ended up in the landfills. Okay, thanks for watching.